My request from Kaos. Apparently he wanted me to check out the SCP-7819, which is no vacancy. I'm a big fan of SCPs. I don't really I haven't really checked out a whole lot of the SCPs besides like a lot of the more classic ones. And even then I haven't checked out all the classic ones either, like the whole like SCP-001, because apparently there's like 7 of them or something like that. I think there's like 7 different SCP-01s. It's a whole thing we gotta get into. But this is a bit of a long one, so let's just like play it and like get right into it.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-7819. Object Class: Keter Uncontained. Special Containment Procedures. If you are currently under the influence of SCP-7819, please immediately refer to Addendum 1. SCP-7819 is still under active study. If you believe you have come into contact with it, contact the research lead immediately. Description.
Okay, alright, we're immediately getting into the description. I was gonna say, what the frick is it?
SCP-7819 is a predatory location that manifests along exits of the United States numbered highway system in the contiguous United States. SCP-7819's appearance is generally fixed.
It's a predatory location? Like the building eats you? Like Monster House?
It presents as a small roadside hotel or motel, though the exact layout may vary. Advertising
Monster
vacant
House?
rooms, always identified by exterior signage as the Rest Easy Inn. Several conditions must be met for SCP-7819 to manifest for a driver. The time between midnight and 4 a.m., local time zone. The driver of the vehicle must have been driving for over 5 hours, discounting small breaks. The driver must be a past or present Foundation employee. The driver must be alone in the vehicle.
The movie was so good! I don't care what y'all think, bro. It's one of those movies you have to watch at Halloween.
Sense of fatigue and tiredness. It is unclear whether this is a natural reaction to driving for several hours and seeing an opportunity for a break, or an anomalous phenomenon caused by SCP-7819 to lure drivers in. Regardless.
So people just like, potentially it's like ambiguous whether like people just happen to get like, it's ambiguous whether the motel will or the motel, or is it a hotel? Inn? It's an inn. It's ambiguous. I'm just gonna call it a motel for convenience. It's an inn, but I think he said inn, right? But it can change its appearance. But most of the time it's an inn. So the motel will change locations, but it's ambiguous whether it's like putting itself in a place where somebody who just happens to be really freaking tired from like a long drive, or if the motel is somehow making the driver sleepy. Got it. Okay, spooky. I'm not gonna pause it as much, I'm sorry.
Will continue as the driver pulls off the highway and into the parking lot of the inn. Should the driver drive past SCP-7819,
to be fair, United States of America specifically, and of course, like all of America, right? All of America had like a lot of folklore comes from Native American tribes, so it was full of, you know.
Sense of fatigue will remain.
On top of that, all the modern day, so there's like a lot of myths and a lot of legends, a lot of
miles backward, often without their realization.
Everybody knows about the chupacabra.
They will drive past SCP-7819 again, be transported backward again, and this process will continue until they park inside SCP-7819. The driver will not be able to escape this phenomenon until they exit their vehicle, enter SCP-7819, and perform several requisite activities. These activities vary, but SCP-7819's many manifestations have provided a relatively dependable...
Wait, so they can't leave the parking lot, or they just can't leave the area of the motel? I think it's like the area.
The rituals and surviving.
What's the difference, right, Billy?
If you are currently under the influence of SCP-7819, please proceed through Addendum 1. Remain calm and do not rush.
I love the idea.
Accuracy and efficiency is more important for survival than speed.
Chupacabra is
Good luck.
Mexican, but I mean, what do you think the Mexicans are?
Again,
They're basically just Native Americans. They're just
Survival Guide.
the ones that got
Up
pushed
to date
south
to
by
March
America.
26th, 1996. Space.
You think Texas is an American name? Arizona?
Park.
Las Vegas? I'm just saying, there's not. They weren't made by a bunch of British people that came over from Europe.
Instructions.
Mexicans are Native
Bring your car
Americans.
into an empty parking space.
You know, except that they were just banged by Spaniards.
Other vehicles.
The
Separate
Aztecs got
yourself
banged
from
by
the
Spaniards
back
and
where
turned
it
into
attracts
Mexicans.
attention. Once you park, exit your vehicle.
Basically, us Native Americans just really got screwed over by both sides
You are
here.
reading or listening to this document on
From the north and from the
your
south.
cellular phone, keys, purse or wallet, and a bag containing
Shout out to the
some
Irish, though. They were
toiletries
cool
and
about us. They were really
essentials.
cool with us.
Luggage and clothing will slow you down. If you have been equipped with a firearm or own one privately, do not take it with you. Spend
Wait,
some
don't take
time
what
in
with
the
you?
parking
Don't
lot
take what with you?
Your cellular phone, keys, purse or wallet, and a bag containing some toiletries and essentials. Luggage and clothing will slow you down. If you have been equipped with a firearm or own one privately, do not take it with you. Spend some time in the parking lot.
So basically, only take all necessities that would make it seem like you're gonna stay here, like, or you're gonna be there, but don't like take any unnecessary stuff.
Before entering
And
the lobby.
don't even bother taking a force multiplier. It's not gonna do a squat.
Observe the other parked cars around you. You will note inconsistencies, such as wheels made of wood, unclear jumbles where logos and brand marks should be, and shapes or designs that do not correspond to any actual vehicles produced by automotive companies. Avoid looking through the windows. If there is a large burning vehicle in the parking lot, do not investigate it further.
Oh, okay, just
At all possible,
just leave that one
pretend
alone.
it
It's
is
cool.
not there. Enter the lobby before the fire goes out.
Don't worry, the guy who owns the car is lit.
I followed protocol. Pulled my forerunner into a parking spot of this dingy sex motel. The last parking spot, actually. The lot was...
Speaking researcher, Adam or Ada? Adam Middleton. Wait, so that means they actually set a site, like a researcher, not like a D-class.
completely full otherwise. I grab a few things I have and squeeze out of my car, parked next to this big Dodge Caravan, except, wait.
Ooh, a
No,
Dodge
I'm not.
Caravan.
It's like you described a caravan to someone else, and they described it to someone else, and then that person had to make a model of what they had in mind out of paper mache. I accidentally knocked a hand against it and realized that it was made out of some kind of plaster. And it was hollow. I
Oh,
got curious, so I started investigating.
so it's like a statue more than it is an actual vehicle.
All like this, logos and designs that look like cars on you going up, but took a closer look, and it's all nonsense. A facade, literally.
So it's just like
It wasn't
trying. It's
scared
like
or
trying. It's
anything,
like trying to
but
lead
it
you
did put
in.
me on edge. Like how, when you know someone is trying to put you at ease,
Yeah,
you put your hackles up.
it's trying. Yeah, it's trying to make you. It's trying to make you
Space.
like
Lobby.
nah. It's totally real. Everything here is real.
Instructions.
It's like no, it's not. Nothing here is real. It's
Upon
all
entering
fake.
the lobby, make your way to the front desk. It will be unoccupied. You may ring the bell once if the sound brings you comfort.
Yeah, it's like somebody's. It's like the corporate mandated comfort. You get what I'm saying? Where you're kind of like, no, this is like what on a piece of paper is supposed to mean comfortable, but it's not comfortable because it's kind of because you know what it's meant to do.
Wait in the lobby without exiting it. Hum your favorite song to yourself as you wait. The silence in the lobby has
It's kind of like when you get into one of those hotel beds, where like the sheets are like really well and nicely folded and like super nice and clean, and it almost feels weird because you know damn hell you never fold your bed that nice at home. You get what I'm saying? And so it's just like, ugh. It's like, oh, weird. Like, ugh, it's so nicely folded. Let me just undo the bed and make it all messy. Ah, there we go. Ah, oh, yeah. Anyone else feel super comfortable once you mess up all the sheets on the bed? You just throw them around everywhere? Yeah.
Has been described
Untuck
as
that bed.
oppressive.
Who the hell wants that? Yeah.
Stop humming when you become aware of the noises coming from behind the counter.
Whenever I stay at a place, I specifically put the sign that says, "Don't freaking clean my room." I want that place to be a mess the entire time I'm here. You can I'll clean it to the best of my ability when I leave, and then you can handle it from there. But otherwise, like, I don't know, I don't like it. It's a weird thing staying at a hotel.
Hop the counter. There should be a closed door, rattling as though someone is on the other side. Listen to the sounds and note them down. When they get louder, repeatedly slam your fist against the door. Do not speak. Eventually, you will be slipped a key to a room. This may not work on the first attempt. Repeat it until you succeed.
You just gotta keep slamming your
Thank
fist?
you and depart.
That's a hell of a way to get your key to your room.
Door's firmly locked. I can just hear through it, and the paper thin walls.
Oh, what the hell? There's a different agent. Wait, so they sent multiple different agents down this thing? Why? What's with the hoist?
Filthy noises. Soft enough to where I have to press my ear against the door to hear anything. Wet slapping like someone's thumping a drenched towel against the ground over and over.
Ugh.
There's this periodic wet coughing. The snapping
Could it be somebody mopping?
stops during the coughing. Also, this moaning. It sounds in pain, like someone's starving to death.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the
Louder
janitor
and
than
falls in
mopping.
pitch, but it's always there. I can hear whispering too. And sometimes the moaning and whispering and coughing are all at the same time. How many people are in there? I tried rattling the doorknob and it all stopped. All of it except for the moaning. I froze, and after a few seconds they went back into it. F***ing weird as shit.
Yeah, I'd say.
Space. Elevator.
So it's like there's just like people arguing in the back room, but you gotta slam the door to get their
room will be
attention to get a room
inevitably
key.
on a higher floor,
But you just never
and
see
you'll
who's
be
back
unable
there.
to find stairs, forcing you to use the elevator. You will notice that the buttons are in an inexplicable pattern and have unclear writing on them.
How the hell do you even know which room is your room? Is it on the key?
Press whichever one feels right. There will never be another person in the elevator.
You just push whatever button. It don't matter, just push an elevator floor.
Treat them with the appropriate level of caution.
Wait, an actual
Do
person
not
gets on?
remove your eyes from them.
Wait, what? So just press whatever so get in the elevator and press whatever the hell random number.
Aware that they are not human. Whichever one feels right. There will never be another person in the elevator with you. If you see someone, be aware that they are not human. Treat them
Oh,
with the appropriate level of caution. Do not remove your eyes from them.
I thought you said no
Always
force
stand with your
multipliers.
back against a wall.
Alright.
If the figure resembles an older, clean-cut man wearing an expensive suit and overcoat, do not enter the elevator.
Oh,
It will
hell no.
smile at you, compliment your appearance, and hold the door for you.
So it's an
It
old
will
man.
do this for up to several minutes, repeatedly attempting to convince you to enter.
Just don't enter with the
Politely
old
but
man.
firmly tell it that you are just passing through, and will wait for the next one. Stand beyond the threshold. It cannot pursue you outside of the elevator. Eventually, it will move on. If the figure
Oh,
resembles
hell
a
nah.
middle-aged woman in hiking gear, you may enter the elevator and ride it to your destination.
Got it. Okay, so if it's an outdoorsy MILF, you can get inside the elevator.
Elevator ride will take much longer than
But if
it
it's an
should.
old man, nasty,
half an
bad,
hour.
he gonna eat you.
Do not panic.
But you said don't panic?
Get to your destination.
Cause she hot or what?
The elevator ride will take much longer than it should,
Oh damn.
up to half an hour.
Okay.
Do not panic,
Alright, I'm cool with the MILF.
and reciprocate the woman's attempts to make conversation. Do not
Oh.
be honest with her. Lie openly and brazenly about every possible detail, including
Oh, so you have to talk to it. And you have to lie to it?
Obvious ones such as your ethnicity and age. She appreciates this. If the figure resembles a younger vagrant,
Oh, so the middle-aged woman will appreciate as if you lie. So if you tell the truth, does it get pissed off?
it is safe to enter the elevator. They
And if
will
it's a
not
what? If it's a
speak.
what? Oh,
She appreciates this.
okay.
If the figure resembles a younger vagrant, it is safe to enter the elevator. They will not speak, but may offer you a hug. Accepting this has no consequences and is left to your discretion. When you arrive at your floor, they may offer a small...
A younger vagrant, like. When you say younger vagrant, I'm imagining like a teenager, like a hood teenager, like with a hoodie or like. You know, I don't know, some punk kid that might be getting into some trouble or something. I don't know, like, what do you mean younger vagrant? You know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like a teenage gangster.
small trinket such as a tin duck or ceramic ashtray. Accept it gratefully and keep it close at hand.
My nerves are on fire. I was lucky I pulled the vagrant card instead of the Wall Street anglerfish card at least. They seemed nice. Couldn't have been
Wall
older
Street Angler. Okay, so it's an old businessman.
than 19 or 20, dressed in clothes completely worn through. I got in, and we were standing next to each other heading up to my floor when he reached out.
Oh, so like a hobo.
I just sort of let it happen, and he hugged me. A proper hug. Haven't been
Oh, okay.
hugged like that in a long time. Didn't
Oh,
say
that's
a word.
nice. See, it's not all
Just
bad.
Hugged me for a few seconds, like he knew I needed it.
So
Stepped
like
back,
old man,
handed me a
old Wall
matchbox
Street
to
man,
my
bad.
leaves, and then the doors were closing,
Outdoorsy
and
MILF.
he was gone.
Good, but you gotta lie to her no matter what. And if it's a hobo, you can hug him,
Will
and it's
exit
all
out of
cool.
the elevator
It's a really
into
nice hug.
hallway of some kind. Checking your room
Alright, how the
is
hell are you
pointless.
supposed to memorize all this?
It will either not have a room number or have an entirely impossible one. Your
Oh.
room will make itself known to you when you find it. As
Oh.
such, begin walking down the hallway.
I love
Resist
that.
the urge
You'll either
to
have a random
investigate
number
the
or a
other
number that
rooms in
makes
the
no
hallway.
sense.
The doors have peepholes in them, and making eye contact may invite unwelcome attention.
Oh, hell
Keep your
no.
eyes focused down, and ignore any feelings of being observed as you proceed down the hall. Avoid making noise. The other guests are sleeping. The hallway is generally not linear, and you may find various other spaces.
Keep your mouth shut and your eyes
Eventually,
down.
You will arrive at a crossroads.
Don't look at the peepholes, because they're
These will
watching
occur
you.
regardless of whether the exterior topology of
Whatever they are.
7819 allows for it, and are suspected to be incongruous spaces. As such, it is advised not to remain in them for more than a few minutes at most. Personnel who have dallied in the crossroads report dull headaches and paranoia. This is best addressed by picking a direction at random and beginning to walk down it. It is unclear whether SCP-7819
So it might be that the-
adapts to one's mind or vice versa.
So it might be that the intersections where they both meet are basically, like the area of teleportation, so to speak. So the hotel is like just adjusting and readjusting as it sees fit, and pushing you along. That's kind of cool.
But this has been the most effective
But
method
because
for
of that
arriving at
temporal
one's room.
anomaly there, you get like headaches and stuff if you hang out.
I have no idea how long I was walking. At least 40 minutes. But that was after I started checking my watch. Just endless.
Avoid making noises,
shag
avoid eye
carpet
contact.
and
What's next?
flickering
Avoid breathing?
yellow lighting
Yeah,
and
yeah, you're just gonna have to-
commercial art on the walls. I thought
Just
it was
start turning
a one
blue.
long hallway, but
No,
it
but then if you turn
wasn't.
blue, it'll
I mean,
attack you. You have to
it said
turn
it was.
purple quickly.
Then it ended and took a sharp right
You have to
turn,
suffocate quickly.
and then a left, and then down a set of stairs, past a smoking lounge through a little walkway. Didn't have any sense of consistency to the construction. Just felt like a weird amalgamation of every hotel I've ever been in, glued together without thought.
Apparently, also
Eventually,
don't
it
stay
started
still.
getting really bizarre. The carpet went from drab beige to like the pattern you find on bus seats. There were curtains, but they were nailed to the wall so they couldn't be opened. Every successive set of doors kept getting lifted a few inches off the ground until they were literally halfway into the ceiling. This isn't a place people were meant to be.
So like even it doesn't quite understand how hotels or motels work.
Instructions.
Even the pay. Oh, okay, yeah. No, it doesn't understand. It just sort of knows roughly what's supposed to be in there.
You will immediately feel a chillness in the air. This is normal. Do not close the door
This
behind
is your
you
room?
until you have turned on all the lights and ensured you are alone in the room.
Oh hell no! Hold up. So when you enter the room, you immediately feel cold. And the first rule is do not close the door behind you until all the lights in your room are on. And you ensure you're alone.
There may be a door to an adjoining room.
Uh-huh.
Move a piece of furniture in front of this door.
Oh, you gotta block it.
Otherwise, find a way to barricade it. The layout of the room will vary and
What, is your
completely
neighbor gonna try to consume you?
such as having mismatched furniture sets, dozens of chairs filling the room with nothing else, or being difficult to traverse. Do your best to get comfortable. The bathroom may be locked from the inside, but this is not a point of concern unless you have reason to believe someone is inside.
So the bathroom might be locked. Which means you can't get in, you see. Therefore, it's gonna be real difficult to verify whether somebody is even freaking in there. But if you think somebody is in there, you also should, not go in the room? What is the step if you think there's someone in there? I need to know if I feel like someone's in there.
If you do, bar the door to the best of your ability.
Bar the door, okay.
You may keep the lights on or dim them, but get into a bed and pull the covers over yourself. If the room
So you actually do have to go to sleep to survive, basically? You know what this feels like? This feels like you're a fish swimming right past an anglerfish that's like dangling the light bulb, like, oh, look at this, like, it's all normal, there's nothing wrong here, like, just get into my mouth, it's fine, like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it wants you to just go into your room, or it wants you to, like, first with the businessman, it wants you to go into the elevator with it so it can eat you. The lady being lied to, I don't get that one. Or the vagrant with the maybe the guy with the hugs is like meant to make you feel comfortable. So it's like, you see, you're safe here. And then when you go out into the hallway, it's like trying to lead you potentially to the wrong room so that you look through the peephole. You know, that's why it gives you the wrong number, so that you look through the peepholes to see which way your room is. And then if you do that, bam, you get eaten. You get grabbed by somebody at the wrong door. So, like, don't go near the doors, don't look at the peephole, just keep walking until eventually it decides it can't keep up the charade, and it just sort of gives you a room to go into. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting the vibe of, like, it wants to eat you, but it also doesn't want to, like, give up the show, so to speak. So you have to, like, play this game of, like, keep pretending like you're falling for it, so to speak. You know what I mean? I don't know.
television, you may put
And then it
something-
wants you to go to bed and go to sleep, right? But if you do that, your neighbor will come and eat you. Or the thing in the bathroom might come and eat you. So you gotta, like, protect yourself and bar those doors so they can't open. But you gotta still keep pretending, you know? So you gotta get in bed, you gotta go to sleep. Like, oh, frickin', hey! I hate this! I hate everything about this!
on to calm your nerves. Personnel have suggested home and garden television delivers the best results.
Oh, so it does give you some TV to, like, try to go to sleep to? Cool.
Eventually, you will fall asleep.
You say
My
that.
room had 3 beds, standing out from and facing a single focal point. A shitty microwave that wasn't even plugged in. Absolutely baffling. Like it was designed by a person with no understanding of how humans lived. I got in and made sure everything was fine, then put my stuff down. Took a leak, which is when I found out the bathroom was fake. The plumbing wasn't attached and the toilet and shower were made out of, like, plywood. Like props on a movie set.
Oh!
Hardly the weirdest thing so far, but for
So
some
you can't
reason
even poop or
it just
pee.
f***ed with me. I got out and slipped into bed. Almost immediately I felt insanely tired despite the circumstances. I could barely keep my eyes open, and right as I was drifting off, it occurred to me that I hadn't checked under the beds.
Oh, hell no. Nah, why wouldn't you check under the beds?
Instructions. You will wake up in the hotel
That's
hot
like
tub.
number 1!
There will be no one else
You
in the indoor
stupid.
pool area. And you will feel physically awake but mentally exhausted.
I'm sorry, hold on. You said you will fall asleep in the bed and then you will wake up in a pool area?
I hadn't checked under the beds.
Space. Pool. Instructions. You will wake up in the hotel hot tub. There will be no one else in the indoor pool area.
You will wake up in the hot tub!
And you will feel physically awake
Who the hell brought me here?
but mentally exhausted. This is normal. A small radio set on a nearby table may be playing a song from your childhood, but the signal will be of poor quality. Try to tune it better
Alright, but how many of y'all are gonna be like a SpongeBob like theme song?
if you can, but do
Be
not
honest, a
change
lot
the
of us,
station.
right? Right?
Do not change the station. You may exit the hot
Do
tub
not
and
change the
inspect
station,
the
got
main
it.
pool. It will generally be of idiosyncratic shape and construction. You will find that the surface tension of the water is much stronger. It has formed a thick, tight membrane that prevents objects from breaking through it.
Oh, what the
As
frick? So
such,
it's not water!
do not step into the water.
Oh, hell no, it's not real water!
Underneath the membrane, you may see shapes moving around. Ignore them.
Shapes?
Return to the hot tub, re-entering it. This time, completely submerge yourself. Despite your expectations, once you go under, it will not feel warm. It will
Oh.
feel painfully, bitingly cold, as
Oh,
though stepping into ice water.
why? That's
Ignore
just
it
cruel.
and open your eyes. You will find that the hot tub descends several feet deeper than expected. Swim
It's a-
to the bottom and grab the small object you see lying on the floor. Inspect it after emerging from the water. You will find your clothes neatly folded on a nearby table.
Wait, you're telling me I was naked? Somebody got me naked too? And then you gotta go to this pool with like creatures inside and ignore them. Don't look at them. Go back into the hot tub, dive down, it's gonna be really freaking deep, and there's gonna be some item at the bottom. What item?
Dry and redress yourself before departing for your room.
And then you gotta go back to your
I've always
room.
loved hotel pools. Something about them.
See, that's another one of those things. You go to sleep, so it's like the hotel's like mad that you went to sleep and didn't get caught in a trap. So it like, I don't know, somehow teleports you here or moves you here. And it's like it wants you to jump in the pool to like get eaten again. If you're like a normal person doing normal human things, you'd get in the pool at the hotel, you know? So it's like trying to get you in like some kind of like trap.
I don't know. You'd think everyone would go for it, but for whatever reason, it feels like I'm the only one who's ever in one. So it's just a nice, calming space for me to sink into the water and be utterly alone.
I always use the pools
This
in motels
wasn't
though.
like that.
Always.
This
If it looks clean,
felt
right?
wrong in some interminable, indescribable way.
If it's got
Every
leaves and
facet
stuff, of course
it
not, but
seemed designed for maximum discomfort.
might as well freaking pay for the damn
echo
stay.
bouncing off the ceiling and water
I'm gonna use
being
that. I'm gonna use
close
the little
enough to your
gym.
own voice
I'm
to
gonna
trip you
wash
up.
my clothing there.
The angles and contours of the pool
I'm gonna get the
were
breakfast in the
unnatural,
morning.
like
Ooh,
someone
I
had
get
never
every
seen
dollar.
a
I get
pool
every
before.
penny's worth
Literally
out of my
hundreds
hotel
of
stays.
life
My
preservers
motel
hanging
stays.
off the wall.
I specifically get the
pool
ones that come with
was
free breakfast in the morning.
Unnerving. The membrane on top made it so that everything underneath the surface was blurry and hard to make out. But still, I could see 3 or 4 blurry shapes moving around, swimming back and forth. One of them was person-shaped. At first, I thought
One
it
of
was
them,
another
only one of
person,
them.
trapped or something, and tried to get a little closer. Didn't step into the water, but I put my hand against the film. It swam up on the other side and pressed its palm where mine was. Held it there for a moment. Then it starts slamming its fists against the membrane wildly, trying to tear through it like a wild animal. I can hear it screeching from under the water. I screamed, scrabbled backwards, grabbed my things and ran. Thankfully, I only checked out the other pool after getting the object from the hot tub. It was my engagement ring.
Oh!
My engagement ring. I lost it years ago. Flushed it down the toilet of a hotel I was staying at.
What the freak?
Space. Breakfast area.
That's so freaking
Instructions.
personal.
On your way back to your room, you will pass by the breakfast area attached to the lobby.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think this is where I die. Like me, IRL. Like I think this is the moment I die. Like everything else is like maybe, but I think I get here at this point. And if I don't remember all the rules or know all the stuff, I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead.
Despite it being still night outside.
Listen, I'm a simple monkey, okay? You give me some fresh brew coffee, some breads, or like some waffles, whatever the heck. One of those like fancy little machines that you can make your own waffles. I get the staff. The staff always gets angry at me whenever I mess with the machine too long, cause like I make all the waffles for all my nephews. I got like a lot of nieces and nephews, so I'll be making like 20 pancakes or waffles or whatever, like you know, in like one go. And they be looking at me like, what the hell? Like they be like, you gotta get off the machine. It's like freaking, I'm making waffles. Shut up, leave me alone.
It will be open and the lights on. Enter. There will be a large amount of food laid out on the counter.
Why don't you put someone there to make me the waffles then?
Edible in some form. Though there are usually some edible foodstuffs. Ignore all of them. Do not feel guilty about doing so. And instead make your way to the only other person in the breakfast area.
But you telling me I had to not eat nothing?
Ignore all of them. Do not feel guilty about doing so.
Don't feel guilty.
And
I feel.
Instead, make your way to the only other person in the breakfast area.
I feel reluctant,
Join
is what
them
I
at
feel.
their table as they eat. They will attempt to persuade you to stay.
All right. Well, the rule says don't touch none of it. At least that's a simple rule to remember.
Politely but firmly deny them. It will make your heart hurt, but it is necessary should you wish to leave. They will repeatedly do this. And you must repeatedly deny them until they stop asking.
Okay, so you gotta reject their offer to eat.
Plastic fruit, styrofoam waffles, muddy water instead of coffee. I'm not exaggerating, it was literally fake food. All laid out and presented like a typical continental breakfast.
Oh, it's not even real.
Very weird, but I followed the instructions, ignored all of it, and headed for the man at the table. Older guy, salt and pepper hair, looks like every dad. The only sound in the room was his chewing, and the dead air on the television as it softly played static. He seemed excited to see me once he noticed me.
Wait, so he actually eats it?
So I did, opposite him. Started bombarding me with questions. Where was I from? Where was I going? How long I'd been on the road? But not with the sinister edge of the people in the elevator. Genuine, sincere, wanting to know if I was all right and having a nice time. I tried my best not to feel bad about ignoring all of his questions and just saying, I want to leave. I got the sense he'd heard this a lot, and he was persistent about it. What can I do to make your stay better? Sorry, I say, but I want to leave. You're not enjoying the amenities? They're fine. I still want to leave. Don't you think this is nicer than having to deal with the troubles of life? It's a resort.
Oh, nah.
Maybe, but
that's the creature trying to eat you.
Whatever this is. Fighting to joke down the parts of me saying he has a point. Eventually, he just goes crestfallen. Is there anything else I can do to make you stay?
Nah, because he wants to eat you.
He seemed to accept that. Told me to spend the rest of my night. Check out in the morning. He was still sitting there when I left. Alone.
Space. Checkout. Instructions. When you wake up the next morning, late, regardless of when you fell asleep, gather your things and depart your room. You will find that the layout of SCP-7819 has shifted dramatically and is much easier to navigate. Several doors in the hallway will be hanging open, and you will pass cleaning carts as though housekeeping is doing their rounds. There will be no one around except you. Head to the elevators and back down to the lobby.
Fake.
There will similarly be no one at the front desk, but place your key down. Depart SCP-7819. Get in your vehicle. The parking lot will now be empty, and get back onto the highway. Driving until you can get into contact with your nearest site, and report your SCP-7819 encounter.
The light of day makes things
Well, you're
feel
actually
a
able to
lot
get out of it. You're actually able to escape
The
it.
carpet and hallway just felt odd now. Not sinister. I went downstairs, turned my key into the empty desk. The breakfast area was closed again. I stepped out the doors. The sun was shining. Got in my car, got back on I-10, put the hotel in my rearview mirror, and then as soon as it came, it was gone. My parents and I used to take a lot of road trips when I was a kid, so we stayed in a lot of motels. You know the kind. Shitty roadside lodging where the rooms are cramped and the prices are dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Years old carpet. Unfashionable furniture from the 70s. Sinks that stick out into the room and hard mattresses. Not a resort. Just a place to lay your head down for the night.
It smells like old people.
Transitory spaces, where you're meant to come and go. Not to stick around. Motels are not home, obviously.
No, they smell like
try their
dookie
best
fresh.
to feel like they're home, but not particularly well. Which is why they have such a unique vibe of their own. A corporate design space calculated to put you at ease. They're spaces for humans to inhabit, but there's nothing really human about them. 7819 embodies that pretty well. Something that doesn't really understand humans, trying fruitlessly to lure them in, with fractured memories of motel rooms and hot tubs. I don't know. I don't know what 7819 is, really. I can only make guesses from what I experienced. Like I said, I took a lot of road trips as a kid, and there are some deeply, deeply strange things that live on the edges of these highways.
I think it's like a ginormous mimic.
Follow these instructions, you will exit with
But like maybe a
volition.
different kind of mimic.
If you haven't, we do not blame you for staying. Goodbye.
We do not blame you for staying. What does that mean? What happens if you stay? Oh damn, you're not gonna tell me, are you? Oh, I don't think it's gonna tell me. Nah, it didn't tell us.
I would like to give a special thank you to Zargaran,
An absolutely amazing
Zip.
video.
Old Crop Guy, James Saba, Irish Wristwatch, Lost Boy, Signar, Your Local Foundation Agent,
Updates.
Zazapan, Worthy Fire, Cubster.
Well, what a freaking phenomenal video. I'm gonna go ahead and share the link as soon as freaking Discord updates. Monos. Please go and check it out. Absolutely love. I like these SCPs that are like odd anomalies that could exist in the real world. Kinda, you know what I mean? Like in the shadows of the real world, so to speak. There are, don't get me wrong, every once in a while, you know, I could be a fan of like like this is a giant sea serpent that, you know, which is cool, like the 3000 SCP-3000, it's a giant sea serpent that like lives in the ocean and it's like freaking ginormous, like so ginormous that it that it basically just looks like a freaking sea mountain, basically. So every once in a while that's okay, but then when there's like too many of those, it's like meh. You know what I mean? So I like these. These are like where it's kind of like, ooh, it's like you could understand, like this could even become like an urban legend for like a town or something, you know what I'm saying? I like it. It's cool. Alright, cool. Looks like Discord updated. Ayo, Monodachis! Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also find links to the videos that we reacted to today down in the description below, along with my Oshi marks. I'll see you in the next video, Monos. Goodbye, and thank you so much for swinging by. Saru!